Hi everyone. So thank you so much for showing me all the different observations that you made about the wheat and the alfalfa. I thought all of you made such great observations and there were so many little details that you saw. So now I'm going to take a turn and do a drawing of the wheat and the alfalfa together, and I'm going to make my observations to show you also. All right? So take a look at my drawing, and I'll see you soon. So now that I'm looking at the drawing I made, there's so many things that I was noticing. Of course, here is the wheat, so I'm going to label that wheat. And it's really, really tall. I was noticing that it like in some parts, it even goes off the page over here. And on this side, I have the alfalfa, of course. And one thing I was noticing about the alfalfa is all of them were going to the right. To the right. Do you see how they're all leaning this way? Going to the right? I was noticing that a lot about all of the alfalfa. I think it was because the sun was over here in the window, and sometimes plants reach towards where the sun goes. So that's my one guess for why. So I think that's what happened. And also, I was noticing as I was drawing and observing that down here there were so many small alfalfa sprouts, I guess, because I know that the seeds didn't look like that, and they're not all the way fully grown like the outside. So I'm guessing that it was kind of beginning to sprout. So I'm going to write whoop, don't have enough space, starting to sprout. Wow, this is squished. It's okay. And so over here with the wheat, there were so many. I couldn't even draw all of the blades of wheat that were growing up because it was so many of them. But there were really, I'm going to write up here, so many pieces of wheat. And then I noticed that down here they were really small. Like this is a good example over here, that the wheat was really, really close together, and then it got wider as it goes up. So I'll circle it over here and over here. Do you see how close together they are? And then if you look even further down, I noticed that the roots for the wheat really go in all different directions. There were so many. I think when I drew it with the pen at first, it showed it better. But when I colored it with the marker, it kind of got rid of some of the details. So, which is fine. But I'm happy that you're able to see it while it was just in the pen. But the thing that I noticed about the roots too is that they started kind of thin, and then as you go further down, they started to get a little bit more thick, and there were more of them, which I thought was really interesting. So roots got bigger. Roots got bigger, and the alfalfa had less roots. Less roots than the wheat. I wonder why that is. Less roots than the wheat. And I also noticed that the soil was different colors. Soil, different, I'll do a little abbreviation, different colors. like on the top it was a little bit, I chose the wrong color actually because I didn't have it, but it was darker on the top for the plant and then it was a little bit lighter on the bottom. I think it was because I just watered it, and sometimes when you water the soil it gets to be a little bit darker. So that's my guess, but I'm not positive. And the last thing I noticed, let's see. I guess the last thing I'm just noticing is that they're starting, both the wheat and the alfalfa are smaller on the bottom, and as they go up, they're getting bigger. Like you see the leaves of the alfalfa are here, and then the wheat gets larger as it goes up. So both are wider as they grow. So this is just an example of me paying really, really close attention to some of the things that I was observing. So now today you're going to observe the radish and the clover, and I wonder about all the details you're going to start observing. See you soon. Hey there, don't forget to press pause if you want to take a closer look. So now it's your turn, everybody. You get to look at the clover and the radish and take a look at what you're noticing. Remember, you can draw, write, or record yourself talking about what you're noticing. Can't wait to see your observations. Talk to you soon.